Hey there. Hope you guys are having a great day. Wanted to talk a little bit today about how to know when a story is running in our experience. We've shared a little bit about stories and what they mean in my experience, and how there's a recognition that all of this is really just stories running, and the experiencer seems to be apparently having these experiences, and yet really they're all just stories. All of it's stories running in this illusion of life. And, how do you know a story is running? You're still here. You're still here in a physical body. And the stories will continue to run. They will always happen. What I think the questioner meant, how do I know when a story is running that's maybe needing to be inquired? So I'm going to make an assumption here based on the question that came in, and just kind of talk to that. It's really simple. You don't feel good. You just don't feel good. Whether it's physical or mental or emotional, something doesn't feel good. So instantly there's a knowing that there is some story running that just doesn't serve you. And that's when the inquiry needs to start. The inquiry is about, what am I believing in these stories that are running that is not serving to me? I'm going to use an example to kind of maybe look at this a little closer. So a story would be something like, what's one I'm hearing a lot lately? Well, this shouldn't be happening is a pretty blanket one that I've talked about a lot. Whatever this is, the thought is that this shouldn't be happening. And that is basically the seed to any story, is this resistance to it being here. But let's pick a topic. What's one that's coming through a lot? Relationships are always coming through. Romantic relationships are always a biggie. Let's use the body, the human body. This is one that, in the experience of Kelly, has been an ongoing struggle for the last year, since starting with the gallbladder issues, and then since having the gallbladder out, getting this body regulated again, and getting it to enjoy food again in a way that is healthy. I put on weight not based on overeating. It's actually the opposite, which is really bizarre. But I don't eat. And so what my body does is it grabs on to anything that I eat. This is the story that's running, because I don't feed it enough. So it's in starvation mode. So it often will grab on to the food that is fed, and the metabolism has stopped. So there's been a lot of real work and inquiry into that. I've shared openly several times about that story, but let's look at someone else's story, because this comes through an awful lot. My body shouldn't be this way, whatever the way is. So whether you're thinking that your thighs shouldn't be that size, or your butt shouldn't be that size, or you should have a larger breast, or who knows. I mean, we all have so many very different stories. As soon as you grab, or that thought grabs onto you and you start believing it, the story starts. Instantly what's behind that story is that this shouldn't be happening, this being what is here. So if it's the thighs and you're saying they shouldn't be this way, instantly there's a resistance to what's here. Absolutely, they may be different tomorrow or a week or a month from now, but right now this is how they are. So this is how I'm talking about that pure acceptance of what is here. Absolutely, if there's a desire for it to be different, then you're saying that this that is here right now is not welcome. You're discounting this moment. It's about loving what is here right now. This is the body that's here right now. It's absolutely beautiful and perfect the way that it is. It may be different in a month or several months, but right now this is how it is. Loving that, being with that experience, and pure acceptance of how it is. It is the discounting of what is here now that causes the suffering. And of course, every time that we repeat that story to ourselves, it becomes more embedded in our experience. Not wanting to look in the mirror, thinking horrible thoughts about the body when we think about the body, when we try on clothes, when we go clothes shopping, when we go places where we're around other people who apparently look better than we do, and we're comparing ourselves to them. We're instantly in a story, and the story is that this should not be the way that it is. We've all done it. Every single one of us have. But the story is happening. It's just running until the inquiry happens. This should not be happening. Is that true? Turn it around. This should be happening. This should be the way that it is. How do I know that? Because it's how it is. It's the reality. It's why I point people to Byron Katie's work. It's so simple. It really gets to the seed of the issue, and the issue is discounting what is here right now. And what happens as we begin to do the inquiry is these stories get quieter and they let go of us. We've had an amazing day here in Seattle. I was going to walk you guys out and let you see where I sit often if I don't make you too dizzy moving. Trying to give you some better audio and video by using the iPad versus I'll show you my poor iMac. I've loved this computer so. I really have. But it's time for it to go to the graveyard. It makes a lot of noise when I use it. And so it's time to say goodbye to the iMac and really send it to the Apple graveyard. Okay. Sorry for the mess. My son's been out here playing Beyblades. And this is the beautiful trees that I come out and sit with. Ooh, we have a little spider. I don't know if you can see him making a nest. I love this back area. There's a creek behind the house, and you hear the water running at night. I love the ducks. They're hilarious. I crack up every time they make their noises. We have a bird feeder out there, and we get some beautiful birds. And this year we're hoping to see some hummingbirds as well. And yeah, just really beautiful out here. Really, really beautiful. And I had some work today with hospice and just getting out here to enjoy. You can see where my son spends a lot of his time. In fact, we had a bloody lip today from the trampoline. Coming back inside. One thing that's kind of neat about at least being on something functional like this is I can walk around and talk to you guys and make it a little more interactive. But that's basically the message for today. It's really just about loving where you are in this moment, pure acceptance of it. It's here. The body is the way it is right now. It's loving it here, even if there is a desire for it to be different, recognizing that in this moment, right now, this is how it is, and loving that. Allowing that story to be the way that it is. So I leave you with that. Until next time, I send you much love. Oh, and I do have a dear friend, I may put her link in here, who does some amazing vegan recipes. I've been watching her, Crystal Hutchins. She did an interview with me that's in the YouTube section. She offers a lot of really cool vegan recipes and raw food recipes that I've been starting to use myself. And so if you're into that sort of thing, definitely check her out. I think she has a raw food cookbook too. So just love where you are. That's what I'm doing. I'm loving the body where it is, allowing it to be here right now the way that it is. This is not the size my body's ever been, but that's okay. I've always been quite a petite person, really, and this is the first time that my body's been this way. And this way is okay. It's allowed. It's here until it's not. So until next time, I send you all love and hugs. Keep the feedback coming and the questions coming so that I can respond. And that's all. In love.